Even after 2 months of their release, many people are still confused between the Realme 8 Pro and the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. If you are one of them, you have clicked on the right video. Hey guys, it's Sagar, and in this video, we are going to compare the Realme 8 Pro with the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max and see which one would be right for you. Make sure to watch the complete video, because towards the end, I will tell you that if I was trying to buy a phone in under 20,000 rupees, which one of these two would I go with? We have a lot of points to go through, so without wasting any time, let us begin with the first point, which is the price. This is the most important factor that almost everyone considers while looking to buy a new phone. Redmi Note 10 Pro Max comes in 3 variants. The base variant, which comes with 6GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, is priced at 18,999 rupees. One with 6GB RAM and 128GB of internal storage is available for 19,999 rupees, and I think this one gives you the most value for your money. And the final variant with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage comes in at 21,999 rupees. Realme 8 Pro is available in 2 variants. The base variant with 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage starts at 17,999 rupees. And the one with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage is priced at 19,999 rupees. So the Realme 8 Pro is priced lower, and it also gets a base storage variant of 128GB as opposed to 64GB on the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. Realme 8 Pro is also much easier to purchase in both online and offline stores, whereas it is still very difficult to get the base variant of the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. If price is the most important thing for you, and if you are already stretching your budget a lot, then the base variant of the Realme 8 Pro seems to be the one for you. Or in that case, you can also have a look at the regular Redmi Note 10 Pro. It comes at an even lower price point, and it will offer you everything that the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max does, minus the 108 megapixel camera, because that one comes with a 64 megapixel main sensor. Just think about that. So we have seen the price. Now, let's see what both these phones offer us at that price. Starting with the design, build and materials used. Realme has used plastic frame and back on the 8 Pro. This plastic back gets a sandstone-like rough finish, which gives this back a very nice grip. Whereas the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max comes with a plastic frame, which is painted to look like metal and a glass back. The black colored Note 10 Pro Max gets a glossy glass back, but the bronze and blue colored ones get frosted matte glass back, which I feel look much better. The rough plastic back on the Realme 8 Pro is very good at hiding fingerprints and smudges. This plastic back has another advantage. It reduces the chances of the glass on your phone breaking by half. While holding both these phones in your hands, Realme 8 Pro feels much lighter because of its plastic back, but the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max feels a lot premium. When I held the Note 10 Pro Max for the first time, the only question that hit my mind was, how did Redmi manage to price this device so low? It looks that premium. Realme 8 Pro gets a smaller screen, so it has an overall smaller form factor, which I actually like and prefer. It is small enough that with a bit of practice, I was able to use it with just one hand. Note 10 Pro Max is not huge by any means. It is actually smaller, thinner, narrower and lighter than the last year's Redmi Note 9 Pro Max, which is great. But Realme 8 Pro is definitely the smaller one between these two. The frame on the Note 10 Pro Max feels a bit more comfortable to hold on to if you are planning on using these phones without a case. Front of the Note 10 Pro Max gets Gorilla Glass 5 protection, whereas Realme is not using any kind of Gorilla Glass on the 8 Pro. The Note 10 Pro Max also gets an IP53 splash, water and dust resistance rating. The Realme 8 Pro doesn't provide any kind of water or dust resistance. While we are still on the topic of build and design, let us check out the backs of these phones. Other than the Redmi branding on one side and the quad camera module on the top left, back of the Note 10 Pro Max looks clean and minimalistic. Realme 8 Pro on the other hand has a bold "Dare to Leap" text printed on its back. I don't know if you guys like it or not, or how you feel about it, but I don't like it at all. I want the back of my phones to look clean. Looking at the ports, both the phones get the power and volume buttons on the right side. Note 10 Pro Max also gets the physical fingerprint sensor here under its power button. Both of them get the SIM tray on the left side. These trays on both the phones can hold 2 nano SIM cards and a micro SD card. At the top, Realme gets the secondary noise cancelling microphone. The Note 10 Pro Max gets its IR sensor, noise cancelling microphone, secondary speaker and a 3.5mm headphone jack here. At the bottom, 8 Pro gets a 3.5mm headphone jack, microphone, USB Type-C port for charging and data transfer and a speaker grill. Redmi gets its mic, USB Type-C port and the speaker grill at the bottom. So most of the ports are similar on both, but the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max gets an extra speaker and an IR blaster. Personally, I don't use this IR sensor, but I know many people who love and use it to control the gadgets in their home. If you like this video so far, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more quality tech videos like this. Note 10 Pro Max comes with a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 2400 by 1080 pixels, 120Hz refresh rate, 240Hz touch sampling rate, HDR10 support and a peak brightness of 1200 nits. This display gets Gorilla Glass 5 protection. Realme 8 Pro comes with a somewhat smaller 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display with the same resolution of 2400 by 1080 pixels. It gets 60Hz refresh rate, 180Hz touch sampling rate and a peak brightness of 1000 nits. I think 6.4-inch is the perfect screen size as it makes the overall size of the phone very manageable. That being said, overall display on the Note 10 Pro Max is much better. It can get much brighter so it is easier to view outside. It also gets 120Hz refresh rate, making the scrolling and overall usage experience much better. Colors look good and punchy on both. Viewing angles are also very good, but the contrast ratio is better on Redmi's display. It also supports HDR10 content everywhere. Realme 8 Pro on the other hand supports HDR10 content on YouTube but not on Netflix and Amazon Prime, so it is app specific. So considering all the things, the display on the Note 10 Pro Max is much better than the one on the Realme 8 Pro. Both of them get a punch hole style cutout for the selfie camera. One on the Note 10 Pro Max is smaller and at the center on the top of the screen, while one on the Realme 8 Pro is on the top left corner and is slightly bigger. Bezels on the top and sides are almost identical on both, but the bottom bezel is noticeably bigger on the Realme 8 Pro. Being AMOLED, both these phones come with always on display. One on the Redmi is customizable. You get to choose from a lot of things that can be displayed here. But the one on the Realme 8 Pro is very restricted in what it can display here, and it is also not very customizable. This is called always on display, but it doesn't always stay on either of these phones. It comes up when you tap or move the phone or when you get a notification, and it stays on for about 10 seconds. With a bigger and better screen, Redmi Note 10 Pro Max also gets stereo speakers and they are pretty good too. So you can have a very good content consumption or gaming experience. These speakers sound fuller and richer in comparison to the single mono speaker on the Realme 8 Pro. Realme speaker also sounds a bit hollow, and if you're listening to the audio on high volumes, you can even feel the back vibrate, which makes it feel a bit cheaper in comparison. Redmi speakers seem to have more depth in them. You can listen to the audio from both the phones and decide for yourself which one sounds better. Volume on both the phones has been set to about 70%, and I'm recording the sound via my Rode microphone straight into the camera. Hey guys, it's Saga, and in this video, I'm comparing the OnePlus 9 Pro with the iPhone 12. Based on the names, some people wanted me to compare the OnePlus 9 Pro with the iPhone 12 Pro or the 12 Pro Max. But there is a huge price difference between them, so I didn't think that was a fair comparison. Now if you don't want to disturb people around you, both these phones get a 3.5mm headphone jack and both have hi-res audio certification, so the output via this port is very good. If you have a good pair of earphones, you will enjoy the audio via this port on both the phones. Both of them get fingerprint sensors to unlock the phone, but the type of the sensors are different. Redmi Note 10 Pro Max uses the more traditional physical fingerprint sensor, which is mounted on its side under the power button. Realme 8 Pro on the other hand uses an in-display fingerprint sensor, which is placed on the lower part of the display. I feel the in-display fingerprint sensor looks very futuristic and cool, but I still prefer a physical fingerprint sensor, at least on the phones in this price range. The reason being, physical fingerprint sensors are much faster and accurate than the in-display ones in this price range. They are getting better, and I think in a year or so, we will see the in-display fingerprint sensors that are just as fast and accurate as the physical fingerprint sensors. Both of them also get the face unlock feature, but this feature is highly insecure on these and almost all other Android smartphones, so my suggestion would be, please don't use or rely on them for the security of your phone. While unlocking these phones, you get the taste of the vibration motor on both of them. Realme hasn't really implemented the haptics or small vibrations in the UI really well. You get these vibrations while unlocking or typing, and maybe in a couple of more places, and that's it. Haptics or vibrations on the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max are much better. They have used a Z-axis vibration motor which is stronger, and they have also implemented micro haptics throughout the interface. So if you are swiping back from any page, or when you are reaching the top or bottom of a page while scrolling, and while doing many other things, you get small haptic feedbacks, which feels really nice. And on the Note 10 Pro Max, when the vibration motor is active, it doesn't feel like just the back of the phone is vibrating like on the Realme 8 Pro. Note 10 Pro Max comes with a Snapdragon 732G processor, Adreno 618 GPU, 6 or 8 GB of RAM, 64 or 128 GB of UFS 2.2 storage, and a 5020 mAh battery. Realme 8 Pro again comes with a Snapdragon 720G processor, Adreno 618 GPU, 6 or 8 GB of RAM, and 128 GB of UFS 2.1 storage, and it gets a 4500 mAh battery. So the Realme 8 Pro comes with a 2 generations older processor and slower UFS 2.1 storage. We might see a bit of difference in the benchmark scores, but the overall performance of both these processors is almost the same. In day-to-day usage, I doubt anyone will be able to tell the difference between their performance unless you are comparing them side by side. You get slightly smoother animations and a bit better gaming performance on the Note 10 Pro Max, but again, most people won't notice this difference in the day-to-day life. If you're a hardcore gamer and if you're looking for a phone in and around this price point, then instead of these two, you might want to take a look at the Poco X3 Pro. If you look at the individual performance of both of them, you won't find much to complain about given their price range. You will see a few stutters here and there on the Note 10 Pro Max, especially while switching between apps, but Redmi can easily fix it with updates. In fact, it has got much better with updates compared to how it was out of the box. Realme has been using this processor for long enough, so they are well aware of how to optimize it so it can give us a smooth performance. If you open same apps on both of them side by side, you might see a bit of difference in their speeds, but in real life, I don't think anyone uses two phones side by side like this, so I don't think anyone will notice or even care about the difference. I just feel the Note 10 Pro Max's performance will be sustained for a bit longer than the Realme 8 Pro because the Snapdragon 732G processor is a few generations newer compared to the Snapdragon 720G, and that I think is something that you should keep in mind. Redmi Note 10 Pro Max comes with MIUI 12 out of the box, which is built on Android 11. Redmi did send a few updates, and now this phone is running MIUI 12.5.1. MIUI is not the smoothest or the lightest Android skins out there. It comes with a lot of bloatware, most of which you still can't uninstall even after the MIUI 12.5 update like Redmi promised. And if you're not careful while setting up your phone, or if you click on a wrong app, then you will end up seeing ads on this phone. MIUI 12 is fairly customizable, so you can make the phone look and feel how you want. But if Redmi could iron out a few small bugs that could be found here and there, it would give us a much better experience. Realme 8 Pro comes with Realme UI 2.0 out of the box, and it is also built on Android 11. This user interface borrows heavily from ColorOS if any of you are familiar with it. It is much lighter and smoother compared to MIUI, and you also get a lot more customization options with Realme UI 2.0. There is less bloatware to begin with on the Realme 8 Pro, but you do get ads in the form of spam clickbait style notifications from the apps like the built-in browser on this phone. Updates wise, both these companies don't have the best track record. Realme doesn't send a lot of updates to their older phones. Redmi sends updates to older devices for a few years, but they are also known for ruining a phone or adding a few bugs with each updates, so most of the times people are forced to purchase a new smartphone. Due to these things, I don't like the approach of either of these companies when it comes to software updates. Now at 5020 mAh, the battery on the Note 10 Pro Max is bigger and it also lasts longer. I would call the battery backup on the Note 10 Pro Max to be good and the backup on the Realme 8 Pro to be average. Don't get me wrong, the battery on the Realme 8 Pro will also last you an entire day, but it is powering an AMOLED display and that too at 60Hz refresh rate, so considering that, it should have lasted a lot longer. The Note 10 Pro Max will easily give you a screen on time of over 6.5 or 7 hours with 120Hz mode turned on. When it is time to charge them up, Realme wins the race without even breaking the sweat. It comes with a 65W charger and this phone can accept the charge at 50W. So this charger will take the Realme 8 Pro from 0 to 100% in well under an hour. Whereas the 33W fast charger, which comes with the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, takes anything between 90 to 100 minutes to fully use it up. For the cameras, both of them come with a 108MP primary and an 8MP ultra-wide camera. Both are using the Samsung HM2 sensor for their main cameras. Other two cameras on the Realme 8 Pro get a 2MP sensor each. One of these gets a macro lens and other one is a depth sensor. Note 10 Pro Max gets a 5MP macro camera and a 2MP depth sensor. Both phones have very good cameras for their price. Images from their main cameras are detailed in bright lighting conditions, and the only difference that you can see is in the white balance, color temperature and saturation levels. Realme's images are a bit saturated and have a warm look to them, whereas Redmi's images are looking more like how the scene looked in real life. Now because my city was under a lockdown till now, I don't have a detailed camera comparison between these two yet. Once the restrictions are eased a bit, I will try and make a detailed camera comparison between these two. Right now, what I can tell you is, most of the daytime images have similar details from both. You can look at all these images and choose the one whose colors you feel look better. Wide-angle images are more detailed and sharper from the Note 10 Pro Max. It also gets a much better macro camera compared to the Realme 8 Pro. For selfies, I like the details that the Note 10 Pro Max's images show, but at the same time, I don't like that it makes the images look darker. So if the conditions are not too harsh, I think I might prefer the selfie camera from the Realme 8 Pro. Both of them can shoot 4K 30fps videos, and as you can see, videos from the Realme 8 Pro look very saturated in comparison. 1080p 30fps videos are stabilized from both, but again, I feel Realme is adding a bit of saturation to these videos as well. I think video quality wise, both of them are doing a good enough job. For the cameras, I would go with the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max because it captures natural looking colors and it has a sharper wide camera and its macro camera is miles ahead of the Realme 8 Pro. Alright, so we are now coming towards the conclusion. Redmi Note 10 Pro Max gets a newer premium design, frosted matte glass back, Super AMOLED display, 120Hz refresh rate, stereo speakers, UFS 2.2 storage, 108MP main camera and a 5MP macro camera and Snapdragon 732G processor, all of which are upgrades compared to the previous Redmi Note 9 Pro Max. Realme 8 Pro on the other hand gets a Super AMOLED display, plastic back, 60Hz refresh rate, UFS 2.1 storage, Snapdragon 720G processor and a 4500mAh battery, all of which is similar to the Realme 7 Pro. It also gets a mono speaker and 50W maximum charging speed, both of which are actually downgrades compared to the Realme 7 Pro. The only major upgrade would be the 108MP main camera. But considering all other things, can we really call the Realme 8 Pro a worthy upgrade? Definitely not. And I don't think anyone should really consider it. According to me, Redmi Note 10 Pro Max is a much better option, and if I was making this choice, it is the one that I would go with. If you just can't stretch your budget to the Note 10 Pro Max, instead of going with the Realme 8 Pro, I would consider getting the regular Redmi Note 10 Pro. So these have been my thoughts. What do you guys feel about these two phones, and which one would you go with? Let me know in the comments. That is it for this video guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos from this channel. This has been Sagar and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.